Om Bhuribhuvah Swaham Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Ryo Na Prachodayat Akanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Nena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitan Dhenam Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Agyanati Mirandasya Janam Jana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Dhenam Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Gurur Brahma Om Gurur Vishnu Guru Revo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Shanti 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 Namastê. Olá, tudo bem? A convite do Dr. Pandya, em nome de toda a família espiritual do Our Gayatri Pariwar, estou aqui colaborando de bom coração por me sentir também parte dessa grande família mundial que hoje agrega milhões de pessoas ao redor do mundo, em prol de todo o processo de um novo renascimento espiritual, onde todo o legado de aprendizado genuíno da espiritualidade, observando toda a rica história deixada nesse legado pelos rishis até os dias de hoje. Me sinto muito honrado pelo convite de estar aqui transmitindo uma mensagem de paz, uma mensagem de estímulo e uma mensagem a todos os membros da família Gayatri Pariwar, que muito bem estão levando adiante todos os princípios e todo o legado de aprendizados e de despertamento, de talentos e das faculdades mentais, colaborando em todo o processo, através do Yoga Sadhana, Tapas, Upasana, Mahayagya, Dipyagya, enfim, todas as possibilidades técnicas e toda a orientação adequada espiritual para que toda essa nação Gayatri, muito bem comandada, desde o seu projeto de inspiração de fundação, através do Parampuja Gurudev Sri Ram Sharmacharya Ji e Bhagwati Mataji. Sempre me senti muito honrado, desde a primeira vez que fui convidado a conhecer as dependências desta brilhante família espiritual, em suas dependências, com todo o cuidado, com todo o carinho, que não só atenderam a mim, mas também atende os milhares de pessoas que procuram, através da orientação pregada por seu fundador, de trazer à humanidade a esperança de um mundo melhor, de termos a capacidade de refinar a nossa conduta, refinar os nossos princípios e de nos tornarmos seres humanos cada vez mais brilhantes e cada vez mais condizentes com o despertamento de tudo aquilo que de fato somos internamente. Esse é um momento muito especial na nossa vida, onde, de certa forma, estamos atendendo a uma nova realidade que, penso eu, deve ter sido já prevista por esse grande visionário espiritual, de que passaríamos por isso e de que deveríamos estar preparados para esse novo processo de renovação e esse novo processo de cuidados e de valorização espiritual. Contem comigo, estamos juntos, mesmo distante daqui do Brasil. Fazemos parte dessa mesma família espiritual que traz para o benefício de todas as pessoas a possibilidade de sermos seres humanos cada vez mais brilhantes e atuantes, para que possamos deixar um mundo melhor para todos, para a nossa família, para as pessoas que gostamos, fazendo jus e respeito a todo esse legado espiritual deixado pelos reixes. Agradeço muito o convite. Estou aqui junto com vocês, dando apoio, força, através de tudo o que brilhantemente todas as pessoas à frente da organização Shantikunj e Devi Sanskrit Vishwavidyalaya, com tudo o que oferece para a humanidade de bem-estar, de valorização e de elevação espiritual. Estamos juntos, fiquem bem, se cuidem, meditem. Namastê.
Care sorelle e cari fratelli, Om Shanti. Sono Haridwar e vi parlo dallo Yoga Dharma Ashram di Roma, in Italia, che, come sicuramente saprete, è la nazione più martoriata dalla pandemia del Covid-19. Con una popolazione di circa 60 milioni di abitanti, abbiamo avuto oltre 200.000 contagi, con più di 27.000 decessi. Siamo ormai chiusi nelle nostre case da oltre 2 mesi e ogni attività non vitale è stata sospesa. Dal dopoguerra ad oggi nulla di ciò era mai accaduto. Ci troviamo a fronteggiare un nemico silenzioso ed invisibile che colpisce vigliaccamente i più deboli. Non esistono confini, muri o dogane che possono fermare questo virus, ma solo consapevolezza. Ed è appunto la consapevolezza l'arma vincente contro questo nemico. Nel 35° capitolo della Markandeya Purana, intitolato Prasnadhyaya Varnanam, cioè il capitolo delle domande, al versetto 6 viene detto: le idee stanno proprio come tu hai detto, o tigre tra gli uomini. L'idea di mio è la radice della sofferenza, mentre quella di non mio comporta serenità e pace. Pur essendo probabilmente datato intorno al III secolo, questo testo mostra tutta la sua modernità. In questo versetto, ad una domanda di Giada, Dattatreya risponde che è nel concetto di io e mio che risiede la sofferenza, mentre in quello di noi e nostro la pace e la serenità. Ora, care sorelle e cari fratelli, ogni esperienza dona un insegnamento. Ciò che stiamo vivendo ci prepara ad accogliere ciò che proprio questa è la verità. Finalmente gli insegnamenti di Dattatreya per la nostra salvezza si mostrano in tutta la loro potenza. Non è più il tempo dell'io e il mio, ma del noi e il nostro. Non c'è più il ricco, famoso, colto, privilegiato che si salva, e il povero, ignorante, disagiato, bisognoso che soccombe. O ci salviamo tutti, o per tutti sarà molto dura. Un diamante non è altro che un pezzo di carbone sottoposto ad altissime pressioni. Sta ora a noi scegliere se irradiare luce o assorbire buio. In questo contesto possiamo dare il meglio o il peggio di noi. Noi tutti dobbiamo gettare il cuore oltre l'ostacolo, passare da carbone a diamante, dalle tenebre della pandemia alla luce della salvezza. Le tenebre diffondono oscurità, ignoranza. L'amore emana luce, verità. Non sottovalutate il virus, prendete tutte le precauzioni possibili, ma aiutate i più bisognosi. Asciugate le lacrime di chi ha perso i propri cari. Sostenete chi non ha più nulla. Incoraggiate chi ha paura. Portate luce, speranza, amore e carità. In Yoga Dharma noi ci siamo autotassati e abbiamo destinato tutti i fondi dell'editoria per coloro che si trovano in difficoltà e che hanno perso il lavoro. I nostri insegnanti sono continuamente in contatto con tutti gli studenti e i loro familiari. Continuiamo la pratica dello yoga quotidianamente in video e teniamo costantemente meditazioni alle 5, alle 11:11, alle 18 e alle 22. Questo legame ci rinforza e ci sostiene. Continuiamo ad essere ottimisti e siamo sicuri che tra pochi giorni riapriremo i nostri centri yoga in tutta Italia, compresa Milano. Ovviamente con tutte le precauzioni e le attenzioni del caso. Qui, ora, in Italia, cominciamo a vedere la luce in fondo al tunnel e siamo sicuri che anche voi ben presto sarete fuori da questa emergenza. Ma fate sì che questa dolorosa esperienza non sia stata vana. Ricordate che il mondo tutto è solo una grande famiglia e che non ci sono limiti, confini, dogane, barriere o frontiere. L'umanità è una, siamo tutti fratelli e sorelle. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti. Mi inchino ai santi piedi di Sharmacharya e di Vandarya Mataji, luce e speranza dell'umanità.
Namaskar. Dear friends, brother and sister of all world Gayatri Pariwar, pranams from Italy. When Dr. Chinmay Pandya asked me to say a few words, it has been such a pleasure and honor for me, because this makes me more close to your great family. So on my behalf and on behalf of Sarva Yoga International, it is a privilege to be in touch with you and to feel close to each other. Even if we are in different countries, distant, but very similar in many aspects. Italy and India have indeed many similarities: a very ancient culture, artistic wealth, a deep religious sentiment, and the ability to give their best in difficulties and solve problems that seem insurmountable. Italy was one of the first countries affected by coronavirus. And now also India and the whole world experience the same situation never experienced before. The whole world is living a difficult time that confuses mind, heart, and consciences. Amazement, fear are the first reaction in a new and unprecedented situation such as the pandemic. And the media, with alarming and sometimes discordant news, feed fears and insecurity. The pandemic also highlights injustice and social inequality, with even more cruelty, where the rich have more chance of survival than the poor. Fortunately, however, not only are viruses contagious globally, but hope, sense of closeness, and unity despite social distancing, compassion for the weakest, and brotherhood are also becoming contagious. A global danger like the coronavirus, in addition to insecurity and fear, has developed in many consciousness an extraordinary sense of unity, of sharing. And the great family of yogis, never as in this moment of difficulty, has shown to be alive, active, and united. The ancient discipline of yoga, at this unusual situation of lockdown, has been able to ride the most modern and unusual path of communication, the online one that allows me to speak to you and to stay with you now. That strength, those values that makes human life a precious gift to be preserved, and the indispensable mean to move toward a dimension which included, indeed, material existence, but project us at the end of the journey of life toward the unity and eternity of the spiritual dimension. Yoga, that even starting from asana, teaches us how to change our perspective of existence, will be able to seize this moment of difficulty as a great opportunity to generously direct our skills and energies toward the divine, precisely through solidarity and helping the others. In the true spirit of Karma Yoga, taught in the Bhagavad Gita, and that has become the noble mission of all world Gayatri Pariwar's great family. So the web becomes the gross texture of a subtle network between beings that, as always, exists existed, even if we are not always aware of it. And that makes us feeling part of a whole and feeling one with all. In a concrete and not only philosophical way, from the beginning of the pandemic that hit Italy before other countries, we have started meeting online with yoga masters and yoga classes. The response was extraordinary and surprising. And the yoga appointment has become not only the opportunity to continue sadhana, but also a great psychological and social support, a fundamental communication between social distance people. The human being, say psychologists and sociologists, cannot avoid to communicate. The rishis, the sage of all religions, add that human being cannot avoid to communicate with the Creator, with God. It seems that the easiest way for a true and authentic communication with the divine is through deep communication and help with other beings. The online communication of modern society, considered until yesterday superficial, virtual, therefore not authentic, has become the vehicle of an essential and true communication that will leave traces in the social evolution of this year, even after the pandemic. To give an example, I had the honor and privilege of participating in the online global prayer of the gurus and yoga master of yoga, together with Reverend Dr. Pranav Pandya. This event has also been followed and reviewed on the web by many Italian yogis. The unity of consciousness of the present Mahatma at the online event has created a vortex of energy so strong that everyone, even those like me who don't understand Hindi, have perceived it beyond words. The language of consciousness is universal. Like a musical instrument, it can be played in different ways to create harmony. That harmony that creates your dedication in helping the poor and needy afflicted by the pandemic in a very concrete way. The presence, the strength of all of you, dear friends of the great family of all world Gayatri Pariwar, in helping those whom this epidemic makes even more fragile and vulnerable, is a source of inspiration for us in Europe, in Italy, and an illuminating example for humanity. From a family, we should receive strength, love, support in difficulty, and encouragement. And your commitment is an example for everyone of how to transform a tragedy into an opportunity for personal and collective growth. Feeling part of your great family is a privilege for which I humbly thank the founders and those who tirelessly continue this noble humanitarian work. And you all, who in every center, with a spirit of charity, are committed to helping the needy. Dear friends, thank you for this example, for the energy, the dedication that you transmit to our country, so confused and frightened, as all the countries in the world are nowadays. Receive from us, Italian yogis, the same affection, the same encouragement to be united in difficulties, in the hope of a better future and the birth of a strong feeling of brotherhood all around the world. Only a change of individual consciousness and feeling of sincere brotherhood can bring the true revolution in social consciousness and make the world a place of solidarity, fairness, where to live in peace and harmony. Thank you for your bright example in this time of fear, uncertainty, but also of hope. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti. Dhanyavad.
Dear friends, I'm Rabbi Alon Goshen Gottstein. I'm addressing you from Israel. I think of all of you in lockdown at this moment in India. I think with great respect of the Parivar. I think with great respect of your spiritual tradition. And I'm very grateful to Dr. Pandya for having requested of me a message for this particular time. India is very much in my prayers, as are other countries. India is dear to my heart. I come to India every year on retreat. So I have a deep personal feeling for India. But beyond that, the thought of 1.3 billion people in lockdown awakens compassion, feeling, prayer for people. This COVID-19 situation brings out a deep sense of global solidarity. The virus does not keep apart different countries, different races, different religions. Make this time a time for deepening of love, for deepening of unity. Consider that you are not alone in this. You may be seeing only the Indian situation, but the entire world is with you. The entire world is united. COVID reminds us what a small world we are. And this world and life itself is a gift, and by cultivating deeper unity in the world, we cultivate divine love. We help advance creation to its ultimate goal and purpose of realizing and manifesting that divine unity. When you realize that you're not alone, here's this rabbi in Israel sending you this message of love and encouragement. Here are people all over the world praying for India. Here's India praying for Spain and for Italy. The same forces that lead us to be infected from the virus can also lead us to be infected with the love of God, support and solidarity with one another. If we can do that, then this COVID situation has been an opening for us to come to a higher point in our spiritual evolution, a point of deeper owning of what is essential, shedding off what is non-essential, discovering the force of love, radiating unity and solidarity, and advancing as a common humanity in our march towards God. So tell me, dear friends, if we would succeed in coming out of this present crisis, more thoughtful, less attached, less defining ourselves by our acquisitions, and more by how we manifest divine life, more full of divine love with others, more united with the world, looking to God's purpose, and remembering that we are all one, united in one great divine breath, would it not have been all worth it? May God give you the courage and the strength to realize your highest spiritual aspirations at this time. Om Shalom.
Namaste. I am happy for this opportunity to share a few words at the request of respected Dr. Chinmay Pandya. This is a time on earth where COVID-19 has appeared like a tsunami. Everyone has been affected in different ways. Thousands of souls have left their bodies, while others are left weeping at their departures. Over 1 million have contracted the virus, with some having serious complications, while others are asymptomatic. Many have been left in financial ruin, while some online businesses thrive. Some are in desperate need of help, while others are serving those in need. Some need to stay inside, while others are on the front lines. Some have been challenged with stay at home, while others have chosen to go deep inside. Many never dreamed something like this would happen, while others predicted it was only a matter of time for an epidemic. Now, we must navigate through this crisis. But this is not enough. We need to see what we can do to lessen the chances of this occurring again, and even more severely. We can trace the source back to Ahimsa in the form of a mistreatment of animals. Due to eating habits, not only are the lives of animals taken, but human lives too. Ecology is paying the price for the destruction that comes with its diet of animal consumption. Wild animals are stressed with their natural habitats being taken away, and those subjected to factory farms are extremely stressed and scared. Just as with stressed humans, it is easier for stressed animals to become sick. All of this gives rise to zoonotic diseases. Now, here we are in the midst of this chain reaction. Will humanity take this as a wake-up call? Or will things go back to normal once this crisis passes? To have a prosperous future, Ahimsa needs to be the norm. This timeless message is still the answer. I hope all can look at this cycle and realize the biggest change that we can make is to end animal suffering. This will greatly support a robust ecology, and human health will improve as well. For now, if we have not been impacted, then our role is to serve those that are. This is the compassion and action that the Gayatri Pariwar is offering throughout the world. I greatly admire the Ahimsa values of the Gayatri Pariwar for their selfless service in a time of great need. Once again, they are giving a helping hand. We can always count on them to demonstrate highest values. Again, I am happy to be asked to give a message. We all must work together for the greater cause. May Ahimsa be the guiding light. Namaste.
Dear members of Gayatri Pariwar, dear my friends, dear my well-wishers, by their humble request, I dare to give some understanding and Shastric evidence to the present situation in the world nowadays. We know from the history of the world that regularly, from time to time, different sufferings being inflicted upon the humanity. And of course, all the lower species of life have to suffer. The wars, the diseases, pandemics, lockdowns, and like that. But despite of everything, we have to spread the love and devotion to the Lord and promote the cleanliness, mercifulness, truthfulness, and austerity throughout the society in a wider scale, on a wide scale. And this way, everyone will become happy and serve by serving the Lord, serving each other, serving the society, will make everyone happy and healthy. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best, and thank you for the wonderful opportunity to have your wonderful association. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Dear brothers and sisters, all glories to the Almighty Lord. I address you and the people who have faith and hope in the midst of this crisis, so that we can overcome this time of sufferings and fear. There is a way, and about that I would like to talk with you. This tremendous crisis actually could become a wonderful opportunity, powerful opportunity to overcome the disgrace, to overcome this pandemic. We are actually experiencing a time of transition. How to build a better world? That's the question. How to trespass from a suffering world to an enjoying world. It is actually the big problem to understand the difference between enjoying and getting pacified and experiencing ananda. We are actually experiencing a time which is not only a pandemic, a question of health, but it is systemic. It is involved a political crisis, economic, socio-economic model, and how people are living, because this pandemic has its own strength based on pollution of the atmosphere, the pollution of water, of air, of the collective psyche. Pollution is the real cause of this pandemic. It is not a question just for that country, the other country, another country. No, it is a global question. It is a global crisis. And this crisis can't be solved by a particular small change of behavior. No, it needs a revolutionary intent to transform our habits and behaviors. Because the pollution is the base of contamination. So everything must be refocalized, not so much with vaccines, chemicals, and things like that. I'm not excluding that, but I'm saying that the most powerful defense would be our immunity system. I am not against, nor I am in favor of vaccines. I am saying that that is not the central point to solve the crisis. Crisis must be solved by an anthropological way of life. This anthropological revolution must be a cultural and spiritual one. Because no revolution could ever succeed if it is not first an internal, inner revolution. heart purification, a different way how to look at life, at the creatures, at the world, at the nature, at man, community, and so on. The food is polluted, the water we drink is polluted, the air we are breathing is polluted, and the psyche also polluted, especially the collective psyche. So, if we want to get out from this mess, we should be really strongly intentionated to look inside, because the great is inside and not outside. Outside it is the external world, the Prakriti world. Inside there is the Purushic world, Atmic world. The real hope and also the real goal of human life is self-realization. Self-realization can't be get without giving proper attention to our behavior, to our relationship with people. First nearest people, then far out people. We must combine immanence with transcendence, because both of them are to be taken seriously in consideration. We are not just abstract, spiritual spark. We are embodied souls. We are Jivan Bhuta. Jivan Bhuta means we are Jivan, life. We are Atma Bhuta. We are Atman, yeah, but we are in an incarnation. So we have also to maintain very well health and beauty and fresh our material body. But not by worshipping our body, but not just neurotic consideration for our body. Najayatin, Amriyatin, Nakavachin. We never took birth, we never will die. We are eternal beings, but spiritual inside flesh, inside the fleshly body. So we need both a very good material environment. Nature is the most wonderful garden which we can live if we are not going to pollute it again. So Varna Ashram Dharma, diving Varna Ashram Dharma, is a very reliable theoretic knowledge by Sankhya, by yoga, by bhakti, by many means of knowledge, by my many fields, my very much experience, especially in India. We have this immense treasure. Knowledge, transcendental knowledge, but not only transcendental, also immanent knowledge. This is the way how to get out from this disaster, this mess. We have not to minimize, it is actually a mess. But we are part of the problem. Now we have to change the position. Now we must to become part of the solution. So, as it is said in the Mahabharata, Prakriti and Purusha are coming from the same source, the Parampurusha. Mahavishnu is the source of everything. So, let's say that in all religious systems, they accept, that this world has been given to us not just to enjoy it in a predatory way, by karma moved. No, must be a place in which we can make spiritual experiences and get free from birth and death. So we have to take care of this beautiful, wonderful garden that has been given to us by the Supreme and Mighty Lord. And we have the duty, beautiful duty, to leave to descendants, to our son, grandson, and so on, in the same way, at least, or even better, we have inherited it. That's my message. We have everything in our hands. So I don't want to minimize the tremendous pandemic time we're living, but we have not just to cry on ourselves. We have to act in an intelligent way, in a dharmic way, in a spiritual way, cultured way, in order to take care not only of ourselves, but we must be able to take care even of those who needs help. Let's work all together, and let's ask to the Supreme Lord, by chanting His holy names, the strength to not only survive to this disaster, but to take the most sound lessons, transforming it in a wonderful opportunity, powerful opportunity to elevate our consciousness, or at least our knowledge in march towards perfection. Let's chant the mantra, invocating to be blessed by Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I wish you all the best for you. You are in the service of the Lord. Matsya Avatara Das.